Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I also want to thank Full Committee Chairman Smith, both of you, for your support of my amendments and for your willingness to work in a bipartisan fashion to advance our common goals. These amendments, which are simple and non-controversial, will improve existing NSF and NIST programs and ensure that we are supporting students and workers in an increasingly high-tech world. My first amendment would expand the NSF Master Teaching Fellowship. The Master Teaching Fellowship is a highly competitive scholarship program that provides financial assistance to teachers so they may participate in professional development, earn academic credit in math or science fields, and receive a supplementary salary for teaching in a high-need school. One of the most important factors for students learning in the STEM disciplines is having teachers who are passionate and knowledgeable about the subject and who have a willingness to teach in new and innovative ways. In Connecticut, we have so many teachers who are going above and beyond to inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers, and it is our job to support those efforts. Currently, only teachers with a master's degree in their respective field are eligible to apply for the Master Teaching Fellowship. My amendment broadens the pool of applicants by allowing teachers who are working towards but have not yet obtained a master's in their field to qualify for the scholarship. It also expands the subject matters that these highly qualified teachers may teach to include computer science. As we have learned in hearings in this committee, computer science skills from programming to coding to software engineering are critical for the next generation of innovative thinkers and inventors and are in very short supply. By allowing more highly qualified and enthusiastic people to be eligible for the fellowship and expanding the subjects they may teach, we can be sure that the brightest and best are in the classroom teaching our children. My second amendment addresses the issue of workforce readiness. In Connecticut, manufacturing is the backbone of our economy. We have companies such as Ensign Bickford, where they are making highly specialized components for the Orion spacecraft that will eventually send our astronauts to Mars and beyond. We have a company in Thomaston, Ward Electric, that is making highly engineered power conversion and control products. These companies and thousands more across the nation increasingly rely on skilled workers. This amendment supports those companies by promoting the expansion of credentialing systems so that workers may earn stackable, universally recognized credentials that reflect the depth of their knowledge and skill set. Many groups, associations, and community colleges have already recognized the importance of stackable credentialing systems and have done extensive work in creating systems that reflect the needs of their industries and communities. I've seen the need for this back home in Connecticut, and we have heard time and time again in this very committee about the importance of these credentialing systems. This amendment is an important step in making sure communities have the tools they need to promote these certification systems. Mr. Chairman Bouchon and again Chairman Smith, I want to thank you again for your support of these amendments. I'm hopeful that we can continue to work together on this bill and others to promote American innovation and to make sure that the next generation of scientists, engineers, and manufacturers are ready to compete in a global economy. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The amendment I am offering today would strike Section 115 of the bill. This section requires all researchers who receive NSF funding to sign a statement promising not to misrepresent their research data in the future. I'm troubled by this section on several levels, and I have heard from universities in my state and other stakeholders who share my concerns, and I believe this section is nothing more than a solution in search of a problem. Of course, we need to have a strong, functioning investigative system in place to identify and appropriately punish bad actors. But as we know, NSF already has such a process in place to combat misrepresentation. In fact, NSF's Inspector General herself says the process is already working to support scientists and protect our Federal investment with accountability and transparency. Instead of starting with a point of mistrust, as this section does, we should be working together to ensure that the current process used by the Inspector General is working, not to make that process weaker. I'm extremely concerned about the section and the message it sends to our scientific community, as well as the message it sends to students who wish to pursue a career in the research fields. We must foster a climate that encourages rather than discourages innovative thinking and pursuit of the unknown. Inquiry is stifled if we include this section, I believe. I fear this amendment, the provision as it currently is included, Section 115, would further chill the creative investigations and forward thinking of a scientific community that is already suffering from the ill effects of funding cuts and increased skepticism from Congress. With that being said, Mr. Chairman, at this time I move to withdraw my amendment, and I yield back the balance of my time.